Joining me now is celebrity and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, we will get to all the Kanye and Bianca craziness shortly, but let's start with embattled beer company Bud Light. You'll remember they went woke and went broke, lost about $1 billion, the parent company did, after they decided to delve into trans madness. Now they've got a new commercial for this year's Super Bowl featuring rapper Post Malone and comedian Shane Gillies. They finally seem to get it, Kinsey. Have they been forgiven and have they redeemed themselves after a few attempts? You might remember they did that ad with Travis Kelce. That was a disaster. They did some syrupy pro-America ad nobody was buying. But this one seems to be pretty close to the mark.
I mean, the comments on Post Malone's Instagram are really positive. I think you're seeing them. Shane is often on with Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan. They're going after the Rogan crowd, and the Rogan crowd helped elect Donald Trump. So I think that they have found the right spokespeople to shift the narrative. But are we ever really going to forget, Dylan?
Now, Kinsey, take us through the latest in this stoush between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. This seems to be a never-ending saga. I can't figure out whether these two hate each other, whether they were once a little bit in love on set, and that's at the heart of these issues. But Baldoni's now launched a new website where he says he's going to expose the truth about what really happened. And this follows the release of some audio recordings that came out last week. Let's have a quick listen.
I'm really sorry. I for sure fell short, and you worked really hard on that, and the way you framed it, and how that made you feel. I just want to say thank you for sharing that with me. That takes a lot of trust.
Oh, that entire message to me was just so painful. Is this how people in Hollywood talk to each other? Just the way he talked about, creating safe spaces so there could be dialogue, and just the tone, the whole thing. What is happening here? I know this entire saga has been disastrous for Blake Lively's image. She has gone from being this golden girl to being almost a pariah.
Yeah, and if you read the website that Justin Baldoni launched, you see how much Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds blame Justin for this. And I was Team Blake. Until I read 168 pages of Justin Baldoni's argument where he goes through this timeline, and you see some really inappropriate, arrogant behavior. I don't think that Blake Lively comes out smelling like roses here. But you're right. Are either one of these two likable? I don't really think so, but I don't think that Blake has been completely honest with us when talking to us about where her issues really lie.
And I think that lawsuit that he's launched is going to be very interesting indeed. I think the New York Times is in a world of trouble as well, because they just regurgitated these claims with, looks like really, no checks or balances whatsoever. Now, we're going to have to talk about Kanye and Bianca Censori, his wife. They walked the red carpet at the Grammys, and Bianca removed her black coat to reveal, well, absolutely nothing. Let's have a look at the footage. Obviously, we've had to pixelate it because it leaves zero to the imagination. She was wearing some sort of a nude body stocking, so she may as well have been completely naked. So tell me what is going on here. I have seen so much commentary online. People are saying Kanye is not just objectifying this poor girl, he's mistreating her, that she needs to be committed, she needs to have welfare checks. People have reacted very strongly to what happened today.
Yeah, you and I have had this discussion before. Remember when he kind of shamed Kim Kardashian, saying that she, over-sexualized herself? It's very, but I'm going to say, if I looked like Bianca, it's how I'd grocery shop. like that. I mean, if I looked that good, I'd go to the grocery store looking like her. But I want to.
I don't know about that, Kinsey. I reckon she looked bloody haunted. She didn't look happy. She didn't have a sexy look on her face. She looked like, I don't know, victim of human trafficking. To me, something is very wrong with this whole dynamic. Kanye seems to have changed fairly dramatically from, not long ago he was singing about protecting his daughter from this sort of world, making sure his sons were above it. And now he's a chief participant.
And I don't know if you've seen the latest headlines, but he was kicked out of the Grammys. Some are arguing he was kicked out of the Grammys because of that stunt on the red carpet. Others are saying he was purposely not invited because of Taylor Swift. However, he was nominated in the Best Rap Song category. So, maybe he was intentionally not invited because of Taylor Swift, but he was escorted out by police. He is no longer sitting in the venue. And you can't help but wonder if it was because of that stunt on the red carpet. It wasn't the time or the place.
No, especially not with this whole P. Diddy thing happening, because people were making that comparison as well. Now, you could say that's grossly unfair, but the perception is out there that there's something a little bit twisted and demonic about this entire world, and Kanye seems to be in the thick of it. Now, before you go, just quickly, the trans actress Carla Sofia Gascon, who's actually nominated for a Best Actress Oscar, this is a man identifying as a woman playing a woman. Well, it seems like they've also been a bit of a Twitter troll in the past, all sorts of attacks against J.K. Rowling, criticising J.K. Rowling's look, saying she looked like a man and would have enjoyed owning slaves. This character doesn't seem to be very pleasant, Kinsey.
Not at all. And the belated backlash on this person who went after Catholics, called George Floyd a drug-addicted swindler, said we should ban Islam. I mean, it's just kind of verbal diarrhea on Twitter from this person. The belated backlash, I mean, I don't think that there's any way they will walk away with an Oscar. It's not just social media that's talking about this. It's the trades, it's newspapers all over the world. Their chances of winning were small to begin with, but now they're donezo.
Kinsey Schofield, thank you so much for your time.